Now, in January of 2009, an Asian man by the names of Satoshi Nakamoto comes out with a white paper that actually was known to be Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is a form of digital currency. It's actually decentralized. No one has control over it. Now, he comes out and he says, hey, you can use this money and you can be able to transact without anyone noticing your transactions. No one can actually trail or even monitor whatever you're doing. Now he comes out, this has actually been able to birth a lot of currencies, a lot of coins, 1 coin, Ethereum, 2 coin, 7 coins. There are so many coins in terms of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the desk, we center our focal point on cryptocurrencies and a payment platform that was developed to actually help users understand and also transact better using these cryptocurrencies. Now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. Now in the chair tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who is actually managing this payment solution or even platform. It is called Yellow Card, and Abel is here to make us understand a little bit more of cryptocurrency, but then also Yellow Card platform. Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you so much, Shad. Glad to be here, man.
Good to see you, man.
I love the intro.
Thank you very much. So this cryptocurrency, before we even dive deep into Yellow Card, cryptocurrency is everywhere.
Very true, yes.
Everyone is talking about Bitcoin, but for me the most important thing is there's so many coins.
Very many. There are over like 10,000 coins that exist.
My goodness. Just introduce to the viewers yourself first of all, and then dive into Bitcoin before we get into Yellow Card.
All right. So my name is Abel Namureba. I'm the country manager for Yellow Card, and yes, I'm just here to explain things about cryptocurrency and just in the most easy way possible.
Right.
Yes. So maybe cryptocurrencies are a general name to mean digital money that works on the internet. Right. Just like the way I would say local currencies, I'd mean the US dollar, the pound, the euro, all of them. Yeah. And so when I say cryptocurrencies, I mean Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and a bunch of others that exist. Right. So of course they all have different values, they all have different use cases, but the thing is they are real and they work. And they can be exchanged to a local currency.
Right. So let's just talk about, you said there are 10,000 coins.
Over
10,000 coins.
Yes.
So what should a Ugandan watching over there focus on? Because no one is going to focus on all those coins.
Definitely. So of course you focus on what came first. Yeah. That's where Bitcoin comes in. Bitcoin was the first of its kind. Right. So when you understand Bitcoin, you'll be able to understand the rest of the currencies. Just like the way when you understand the Uganda shilling, you'll be able to understand the US dollar and the rest of the stuff.
So help a Ugandan watching you from maybe Chibuli Chikuba Mutwe to understand what Bitcoin is.
Yeah, so Bitcoin is internet money. It's just like, I call it mobile money 2.0 because Bitcoin is not a physical coin. You can't bite it, you can't touch it, you can't do any of that stuff. Yeah, it's just like it's like mobile money. The way you see your mobile money balance, just a figure on your phone, but you know that you can go to a mobile money agent, and then you cash out. Even Bitcoin, it's just a figure on your phone, but you know you can come to a company like Yellow Card, and then we call it exchanging, but that's the same as cashing out basically. So the beauty about Bitcoin is that it's scarce. It's a scarce currency. And if you know when currency gets scarce, when for example the dollar gets scarce here in the country, the dollar price tends to increase in value. But then again, sometimes people there's no demand for the dollar. Like right now when there's COVID happening, people are not importing things. The dollar tends to reduce in value because people are not using it.
There's no foreign exchange.
Exactly. So there is less foreign exchange. So ideally with Bitcoin, that's same principles work with it. When there's a lot of demand for it, it tends to increase in value, but when there's little demand for it, it decreases in value. But then again, because it's scarce and because nobody is in control of it, meaning nobody can print more Bitcoins. Just like the way the Central Bank of Uganda can print more Uganda shillings, Bitcoin, that's impossible. So it means every time that goes by when you have Bitcoin, in the long run, it will most likely increase value. Unlike the Uganda shilling, where you know that today your 500 can buy water, but next year you'll be using like 2,000 maybe to buy the same water you are buying at 500. Why? Because the central bank keeps on printing money. So with the Bitcoin, that is impossible.
Let's talk about the regulation, because when you bring in central bank, when we talk about the Ugandan currency, it is a centralized kind of currency, whereby at least we know central bank is responsible for regulating, printing, and all those things. Who regulates Bitcoin? Because that's an important aspect for usage.
Yes. So currently, Bitcoin is not regulated. The people who designed it for that purpose. but they mainly designed it to be money for the people. That's why they did that. When they made sure that the value and the currency is controlled by people.
Right.
That's why it's like that. But currently the regulation is on companies like us, companies that help in the exchange, companies like Yellow Card. So right now for us, Yellow Card is registered with the Financial Intelligence Authority, which works in hand with the central bank.
Right.
So that's the current regulation that we have here in the country.
So let's say, for instance, because someone wants to like, I cannot withdraw Bitcoin, I cannot have it, like, nina sente zange wano, because a local Ugandan, or I won't say local, a regular Ugandan,
Yes.
who is actually watching me right now would want to know, so funa sente zange, I put it in my wallet the same way I can have mobile money, yes, and then cash it out. Can I have, can someone put tangibility to it?
Yes, just like the way you can put tangibility to mobile money, because you have a SIM card,
Yeah.
you're able to keep your mobile money on the SIM card,
Right.
even as you're able to keep your Bitcoins on Yellow Card.
Right.
And you're able to exchange your Bitcoins from Yellow Card. So Yellow Card is basically like we are like a forex bureau. We just our main business is just exchanging. We're not an investment company. We're not saying bring your money then you make for your money. No. For us, we are like, man, if somebody ever wants to pay you for your services in Bitcoin and you want to get cash out of it, use us to exchange the thing.
Yeah, before we go for a short break,
Yeah.
someone would want to find out the worldwide aspect of cryptocurrency, or Bitcoin in particular.
Yes.
Is it a legal tender everywhere? Like, can someone legally trade with this kind of coin everywhere in the world? Let's say right now I'm in Malaysia, and yes, Yellow Card, you've sung a very good song and I've been using you.
Yes.
Let's say I'm in Malaysia or Peru or
Yeah.
Fiji right now. Can I be able to transact using your wallet?
So currently, Yellow Card is in 13 African countries. We are focused in Africa at the moment, but we are dealing in a currency that is global. Yeah. So ideally, you can be able to transact with this currency anywhere, as long as somebody understands the currency. I keep telling people that if you took a euro to maybe Kamocha market and you want to buy tomatoes, they'll probably refuse the euro. But that does not make the euro not a currency.
Right.
Yes?
Right.
It's just that the person who's receiving it doesn't understand what the euro is. So until the person receiving it, for this case, Bitcoin, understands that, hey, I can get Bitcoins, but I can exchange them to cash.
Right.
They will definitely accept. Even here in Uganda, we have companies that actually accept Bitcoin for payments.
Wow. So quickly, under 30 seconds before we go up, how are you guys doing it? Because I feel like, which is a fact, that the awareness, the public awareness of Bitcoin has not really been done very well. Sensitization, because we have a minister who comes out and says, hey, even the president came out and said, hey, trade in Bitcoin at your own risk.
Yes.
So what are you guys doing who are in this space to make this more conducive, to then make Ugandans appreciate this kind of money?
Yes, so we have a website. It's academy.yellowcard.io.
Yeah.
And ideally here we just educate people about Bitcoin, about trading, how to make money through this thing.
Right.
Any general information which is cryptocurrency related, you can find it there. Then on top of that, we have tried to host Twitter Spaces. We are still going to carry that on. We have webinars going on. Soon we shall have, of course, physical meetings after COVID. The whole COVID situation goes down, so that people can understand this thing more and how it can develop them in their lives.
All right, now you're still on the continent's leading intellectual platform, actually the highest platform for solution finding. You guessed right, the desk. And you are still on U24 television. Now do not go away. We actually are coming back as we find out why Bitcoin has not become so very much popular, and why are some people crying that they've been duped after the break. Now, many thanks for keeping yourselves on the continent's leading intellectual platform. Actually, the highest platform for solution finding. You guessed right, the desk. And thank you very much for always keeping yourselves on U24 television. Now, we trust that every time you watch U24, you're inspired, you're motivated, and above all, you are educated. Now, to be fair enough, you have to sit back, relax, better lean forward, or even stand up, because what we're actually talking about right now is one of a kind, Bitcoin. Now, a lot of Ugandans are actually crying. But for those who are crying, call them up and tell them that the desk is live on Shadrach Kisame's YouTube and also on U24 television. Now, if it's Wednesday, it's always about the desk, folks. I'm still with Abel from Yellow Card. And there are a lot of Ugandans, Abel, that have been defrauded, scammed in this Bitcoin thing.
Yeah.
And I know people they are like, they even want to switch up because they're like, Banziba. What do you have to tell a guy like that?
So first of all, Ugandans, I think I want to advise people not to dive into quick money. Yeah, like money is very hard to find. Eh? Right. So most of these scams, those coins which have come in, Dunamis, OneCoin, they are always telling guys, man, bring this money. The money is going to work for you. Those things we are going to get for you this amount of money. You're going to be a millionaire next week. Right, yeah. Right. So normally the scams, that's the way they come painted as. Eh? Yeah, and for us, we are not. First of all, we don't have a coin of ourselves. Right. We are just a platform that helps exchanging the legitimate coins. Right. Period. We're not an investment company. We're not also a multi-level marketing company. So
when you talk about legitimacy, what or who legitimatizes a coin? How do you guys tell that, okay, this is a legitimate coin? The people that follow you or the people that use your platform can use it then?
Okay, so a legitimate coin is a coin that can be exchanged to your local currency anytime that you want. So normally these fake coins will tell you, man, you have to first wait for like 3 months. You have to first wait for like a year. Those things. Yeah. That's what I would base on to see that a coin is legitimate when you can withdraw it that very day to your local currency.
So let's talk about I want to ask, because these are the questions for the people who are watching down there.
Yeah.
So does Bitcoin have like a bank, like where minus your platform, like is there a bank where I can go and withdraw my money?
No. No, the thing is, I would say Bitcoin has exchanges, which there's actually these days exchanges are becoming like banks. Yeah. So I would say that is the closest to a bank. It just helps you to convert your coins to cash.
Because you know, Abel, when even if I had rupees or dollars or any kind of currency, I would just go to a bank and tell them, at your rate, give me to Uganda shillings.
Yes, very true.
Do we see that happening with Bitcoin?
Exactly, yes. Bitcoin has a rate, of course. It has it changes every day according to the market. It has different rates on different platforms, and we have the best fees, the best rates. Yeah, we have everything down for people to be encouraged to use our platform, of course. And yeah, we are very similar to financial institutions, really. Yeah.
This Bitcoin thing. So someone who has been robbed, what do you advise them?
I advise them to so in life, in any business, in any investment, you have to learn. Yeah, maybe that was your learning point through experience. Yeah, but I don't be discouraged. We now, like for us, we are envisioning a future where money will be fully digitalized, which is possible because central banks these days are thinking about introducing their own currencies, which are going to be digital. They call them central bank digital currencies. They'll be like coins. So we are getting there. So it's better you open up your mind, you unlearn, and you relearn new stuff, so that you can beat on the top of your game. Let's
talk about the success of Bitcoin. What's your success rate looking like? Because people want security, they want to be sure.
Yeah. So maybe let's talk about the Bitcoin price. Yeah. So as I said, the Bitcoin is scarce. Yeah. And 12 years back, one Bitcoin was valued at 1,000 Uganda shillings. Yeah. Today, if you had one Bitcoin, it's valued at about 180 million Uganda shillings. Yeah. So you're seeing that whole price increase in a period of 12 years. Yeah. But then again, it just didn't increase. It was increasing, going down, up, according to the market. Its graph is not straight. Yeah. So we're also seeing we are seeing the future, and we are saying 5 years from now, one Bitcoin could be valued at 1 billion Uganda shillings. Yeah. Because of facts that back up the coin. Yeah. The economic factors. And don't be discouraged. One Bitcoin is very expensive. Yes. But you don't need to own one Bitcoin. You can own less than one Bitcoin. Yeah.
So how does that happen? Let's say someone who is watching me right now and they have their, say, 2 million Uganda shillings.
Yeah.
How much of Bitcoin can that earn them?
So ideally, now like our platform, our minimum is first of all 15,000 Uganda shillings to own a fraction of a Bitcoin. And by a fraction of a Bitcoin, I mean you can own 0.5 Bitcoins, 0.025 Bitcoins, 0.0000 something Bitcoins. So that 2 million could get you like 0.001 Bitcoins maybe. something of that sort. So this is a figure you see on your phone, but remember you can exchange it anytime to your local currency. And this on our platform, it can be through mobile money, which is instant, or through a bank transfer.
Okay, so let's understand this.
Yeah.
I have my 2 million. I have used yellow card and exchanged for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I have, let's say, 0.001
exactly
in Bitcoin currency, like you say.
Yes.
So how then do I tell I'm making profit if it goes to say 0.002?
I know. So let me get it back to this, to having a US dollar. When you go to Forex Bureau, you buy $1. You bought it, let's say, at 3,600. You keep it at home. Yeah. Your dollar will never change. Yeah.
It will be $1.
It will still remain $1, but the value in Uganda shillings will always change. It will become 4,000, maybe. It will become maybe 2,500. Depends according to the market. Eh? So same thing. Your Bitcoin value will always remain, but the value in Uganda shillings will always change. And yellow card shows you the value also in Uganda shillings.
In Uganda shillings.
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe just for people to understand. So I have 0.001 Bitcoin.
Yes.
But now when I transfer to shillings, I might have bought that 2 million, but now it may be valued at say 2.2 million.
Exactly. It may be valued at 2.2 million Uganda shillings if the price of the Bitcoin increases in value.
High.
Or maybe if the price goes down, it may be 1.8 million Uganda shillings. Depends.
Exactly. Now let's even talk about how funny that is, because these are people with Uganda. We don't have people who just have money that is just there to invest.
Yeah.
People have money that they, let's say, want to use.
Yeah.
So someone says, I'm not using it now, but then I invest my 2 million in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And because in a bank, if I put 2 million, at most after a month or two, they'll have cut like say 5,000 Uganda shillings.
Exactly.
But now with Bitcoin, now if it has fallen, I need to use something worth 2 million.
Yeah.
And again, I'm finding it's 1.8.
I get it. So I advise guys to look at the long run. To be honest, yeah. If you're hoping for quick money, this is not a solution. So just like any other investment, it's better to wait for a while. So if you're waiting for a period of, I tell people buying Bitcoin is to invest in Bitcoin. Maybe you look at it from a savings point of view, or as if you've bought land, or as if you've bought gold. If you bought, for example, if you bought land today, you wouldn't sell it a week or 3 weeks after, because there you make a loss. You wait for like a year plus, because that is when the value starts becoming real. Yeah, but then again, it doesn't mean now like for land you can sell it anytime you want, but at whatever price, that price. Same thing as Bitcoin. You can sell it anytime, but at that day's price.
Wow.
So there it's up to you. But then also the beauty about Bitcoin, why most people use it, is that to transfer big amounts of money, you spend very little money, very little fees. For example, I think a month back somebody moved $2 billion in Bitcoin, and it cost him less than $1. If you can't even move $2 billion through a bank, it's very hard.
So this is what we're talking about, the decentralization.
Exactly, the decentralization.
So let's talk about, if government can't be able to see that money, that means we are losing taxpayers' money as government. We have not taxed 2 billion Ugandan shillings. And then someone can transfer dirty money.
Yeah, very true.
What is your say for that?
So my say for this is that in everything that was created, it can be used for a good thing and a bad thing. Yeah.
Look at the excuse.
It's not an excuse actually, but that's ideally, if you buy a pen can be used for writing, but again, you can stab somebody with a pen. Even the banks want to give people loans and stuff like that. But some individuals in the country pay bribes to launder their money through the bank, through the Uganda shilling as well. So even us in our industry, some people want to use it for the good, but other people want to find the bad in the industry. So in everything really there is a bad side and a good side. But then again, about the tax issue is that no, the government can tax exchanges like us. In fact, our company pays taxes.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Because government is going to come and evaluate your business and says, hey, on a regular, how are people exchanging? They are exchanging peanuts. And then in one of those days, before you know it, a guy is transferring a whopping $1 million US. So how is the transparency?
So ideally, because now like Yellow Card is registered with the Financial Intelligence Authority, we report to them the transactions, the people who we are working with. So ideally, this is we are very transparent. We are free because we know what we are doing is legitimate. Yeah.
Right.
We also want to be regulated because regulation covers two sides. Yeah. The client is protected, and also us as the company, we are protected in case clients want to use our system for things like fraud. Yeah. So we want to be regulated.
Before we go for a short break, Abel, would you advise your little sister to do Bitcoin?
Oh my God, yes. I actually want to be honest, I wanted to buy for my nieces Bitcoin. But the thing is, there's a bit of a complication of how to keep them. But yeah,
I'm telling you, this man is being a mufere on national television,
Oh, no,
saying
no.
he would advise his nieces and even young sisters for Bitcoin. But that's how much he trusts this digital era. But like the president said the other day, trade there at your own risk. But after the break, we come back and we discuss with Abel how government can come into this space and make it a more conducive space for anyone who wants to actually trade here, like the president says, at their own risk. Now, do not go away. The desk takes a break and the desk actually returns in a bit. We are at Nile Avenue and we're coming back. Now remember to subscribe if you are watching on my YouTube channel, Shadrach Kisame. Now if you've not followed me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, it is too late. I'm giving you a second. Rush to your phone. Follow Shadrach Kisame everywhere. Just type in Shadrach Kisame and you'll definitely be able to get me right there. Now remember, we're still broadcasting here at our home, Nile Avenue, actually in the heart of Kampala, in Nakasero Hill at UBC headquarters. But guess what? We are on U24 television. And you are being inspired. Above all, you are educated about where the world is going. Now the pandemic has hit and physical interactions, physical transactions are becoming more minimal by the day. Now Abel is here making us understand that you cannot escape digital. But how can government, Abel, come into this space to make you guys do these things smoothly? Is it by awareness? Is it by reducing your taxes with the finance authorities? How?
Well, the government, of course, needs to. So, first of all, maybe just to say, the government passed a bill, I think 4 months back.
Right.
It's called the National Payment Systems Act, and this bill it regulates companies like mobile money service providers and people who remit money, electronic money. Yeah. So this is the umbrella in which companies like us fall in. So we are basically under the umbrella of mobile money, yeah, because we are dealing in electronic money. So the government has actually done something for us. They've set a law which governs companies like us to help protect the clients and us, the companies. So of course the government just needs to understand what we do, yeah. Ideally, I would wish that I sit with them and then they even download the app and they see how it works.
But we have a lot of policymakers and influencers watching right now.
Yeah.
So I think they've picked a leaf. Yeah.
Definitely. I think they need to just get practical with what we do. When for example, when a fake coin comes up, let them get practical and attend and see what's happening, and they try. Of course, it may take some financial, of course, strength. Yeah. But this is in effort to protect your people. Yeah. When regulators use our app, they try and see how does money move. Right? Because they are connected to the banks. Like for example, we use the clients that we use. Like this information is there, and they have total access to it. So we are open, very transparent.
Right. Yeah. So before we go to air, someone called you and they were transacting 15 million. What is the limit or the extreme that someone can use on your platform?
Yeah. So the extreme is it's basically unlimited. Yeah. You can transact whatever amount. But of course, we do something called KYC, which is Know Your Customer. Here, our clients submit documents, national ID, maybe company documents before we work with them, because we need to know who we are working with. We don't want to work with fraudsters. Yeah, so ideally, it depends on what information you're willing to give us, and that will determine what cash you're able to move.
Oh, so this is more of like what banks do. They know what you did in. So when you one day deposit 30 million, they are not scared.
Exactly. Same thing. You've got it.
But what if? Okay, because I want to ask the authenticity of this document. How do you evaluate?
How do you evaluate? Of course, now like USB documents, it's easy to do a search on them. Then maybe of course the national ID. we have companies that help us with that. There's Smile Identity. Yeah, they help verify.
So before we wind up the discussion, explain how someone uses Yellow Card from inception.
From inception, yes. So ideally, you download the app from whatever Play Store, App Store. After that, it asks for your phone number. You put in your phone number, you put in a password, your email, and all that. And after that, your account has been created. So you sign up, right? After that, you're going to see a section of complete your profile. This will require you to upload your national ID details. So it's only until you upload your national ID details that you'll be able to transact with us. So the app keeps two currencies, the Uganda shilling and Bitcoin. At the moment, if you are a high trader, we give you other options of other coins. Yes, but for now, every person, it's Bitcoin and the Uganda shilling. So how do you deposit? You deposit through mobile money. There is a deposit option on the app, which you click, you select mobile money, which is instant. The money will automatically be credited on the Yellow Card app. But you haven't yet bought Bitcoins yet. It has first landed as Uganda shilling. So it's at that point that you click Bitcoin, you click trade, then you click buy Bitcoin, then your money converts from Uganda shilling to Bitcoin.
So let me understand this. Yeah. I've done the steps you've said, gone to my phone, downloaded the apps, signed up everything, and I have cash of 1 million shillings.
Yes.
So it lands on the app as
Uganda shillings.
Uganda shillings, 1 million.
Electronic Uganda shillings,
1 million.
Yes.
So I see it on my
wallet. So the money is pulled like from your mobile money to our app.
So I can't use a bank, no?
So you can use a bank, yes, you can manually. So you can, if you choose the bank option, it will require you to transfer money from your bank account to our account, because we give our account details right there. Yes. So, but somebody also can physically go to a bank and just deposit money to our account.
And that's it.
But when you deposit, you put a reference as your phone number, so that we are able to track your transaction.
Right. So, how has this the selling or the advertising or the awareness of Yellow Card, how easy or hard has it been for Ugandans to adopt?
So yes, like you said, there are so many scams that have happened. There's a scam called OneCoin. They even have a BBC. BBC was doing a research. A thing on them. Yeah. And people are very biased about coins. They think when people who are dealing in coins are we are trying to steal money. Yeah. But no, there is, like I said, people create something, and some people choose the bad side of something, and other people like us, we try and educate people properly and to help people understand better. But then I also advise people to first do research even before even signing up with Yellow Card. I think Ugandans need to don't just sign up because you're seeing somebody wearing a suit driving a Benz. Man, there is more to investing than just seeing what somebody looks like. So that's the word for you guys.
So anyone out there, before they even come rushing to you, they should do research about what they're doing, because it's not more of like kanokafuna kanotekafuna. It's not magic.
It's not magic. It's not quick money. Or they can also come to our offices as well. We are at Solly's house, Lumumba Avenue, Outbox office, level 4.
Outbox.
Or you can reach support at yellowcard.io. They can give you a phone number of our team, and you can contact us as well.
Finally, before we wind up, you want to give how these guys can reach you, maybe if they've not downloaded the app, maybe for info or for anything.
Yes. So like I said, Solly's house, Lumumba Avenue. We are level 4, Outbox office. That's our office. You can come and meet the team. We are a small team, but yes, we are trying to do our best. And reach an email. The email is support@yellowcard.io. There they can give you our phone numbers, and you can reach us.
All right, it's a wrap, Abel. Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you so much, Chad. Man, a pleasure, man. Very well.
All right, sir. All right. Okay, now that has actually been the discussion for tonight. It's been somewhat very complicated, but he's tried his best to break it down, as the people actually are out there crying, we've been duped. He says, first make research before you actually dive into things that you do not understand. More importantly, digital money. But from me and the entire 24 management, would like to say good night, good luck, adios for God and my country, and may the good Lord bless this beautiful Uganda. Now until next week, same place, same time, and of course same host, good night.